Hello once again. Jet here. I just wanted to, unfortunately, apologize. Episode 34, Ambushing the Ambushers, went missing. Lost in the depths of Alaska. So what I'm going to do for you is give you as much of an overview as I can, considering the time that's elapsed. We were 100% convinced we were going to be able to recover this episode, but we, unfortunately, could not. Our heroes determined that they were going to be ambushed by a group of ogrekin in the other side of the house. They had not come to their now fallen companion's aid like the heroes intended for. The heroes were going to ambush them as aid came to their fallen victims. But instead, an ambush was laid for them. They decided they wanted none of that. They were going to punch a hole in a wall and Kool-Aid Man in and surprise them and take the fight to them in a way not anticipated. What ended up happening is Finn flew at a wall and just kind of slammed into it. And then Ava moved over to help and fell through the floor with a bioengineered couch, living a tortured existence made from, I believe, human DNA. It was a monstrosity. And when they fell through, they landed on some poisoned spikes. And of all things, this got to Ava. Ava took actual legitimate damage and was messed up a little bit by this, and it was amazing. Ava fled using her newly acquired jetpack to fly back up out of the hole, dubbed the Nope Hole. And said, not dealing with that nonsense, and proceeded back around to just burst through the door and spring the ambush. Doing what Ava does best, murdering the crap out of some ogrekin, as she does. Meanwhile, Finn proceeded to punch their way through the wall, slowly widening a hole in it, and in the process getting vomited upon repeatedly by an ogrekin with a acidic wormling dragon gland augmentation. Basically just kept throwing up on her. It was pretty gross, and as my players have said, Jet brings the gross. Mammy Grawl, standing in the corner, proceeded to try and shoot everyone she could with poison darts. They were very dangerous, but she rolled god awful and nothing was done with it. She ended up dying a very miserable death, dropping a few crumbs of information along the way. After all of these folks were killed, as they should be, because they are awful, monstrous people, they ended up looking around the attic. They found a chest up there. Within that chest was a trap with a razor blade, something that you might shave your face with. It was strung up so as to sever fingers. They bypassed that trap with the help of Lahan, and they discovered in the bottom of the chest were a whole bunch of severed fingers and some UPBs. They decided to keep the UPBs, and for some reason, not the severed fingers. Once they did that, they decided that they were going to descend into the basement and deal with what they were pretty sure was the final ogrekin, the final Grawl family member. And that's where we stopped. Episode 35 was going to start with violence, as many of them do. I hope that this helps in some small way to make up for our missing episode. If we ever do manage to find it, I am sure that we will get it out there. And Thank you so very much for listening.